Hey, what's up, guys? Bearcat here, doing another exciting episode of Bearcat Reviews. Today we got to take a look for you guys the Transformers Studios series, Transformers the movie Autobot Hot Rod figure. And I gotta say, guys, I was very excited to get this figure for you guys. I pre-ordered the whole wave, and I got graced. I was told they weren't coming out till April, but I was lucky, and this one came in early. And I was so excited to get this for you guys. And I was like, I got them earlier this week, and I was like, I gotta get this out for you guys. So I wanted to say, now, for you to understand, I grew up, the first anime movie I got to watch as a kid was Transformers the movie from 1986 film. And I loved that movie so much that I would watch it over and over, that because originally I got it as a VHS tape, and then that VHS tape died. And I was so sad when that happened as a little kid. And then my parents bought me the DVD for it, and then I got a newer DVD later on. So I can say that movie was what started my love for Transformers. And so I was very happy to get these characters, very happy to get this figure. I was very happy they made this wave. But taking a look here at the packaging, you can see it shows a picture of Hot Rod there. It says Transformers the movie, 86 for the year the movie was made. The figure here on the side says Authentic Transformer. On the back, you got product images of Hot Rod. On the side here, you got another image of Hot Rod. It says he's a Voyager class figure, because even though he's a deluxe class size figure, all the accessories he comes with, in my opinion, makes him Voyager class. And so that's really it for the packaging. There's not much more on the top or at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack open Hot Rod. So here is Hot Rod in his vehicle mode, and I gotta say, guys, this is an amazing figure. I highly recommend this figure, and I love this figure. Now, like I said, even though I love this figure, there are minor gripes and complaints I have, which I will show you real quick. The biggest ones, which is paint chipping. Because, while some of it's not very noticeable, you can see there's some silver scraping off on the engine there. And even on the windshield here, the red's starting to come off around on here. And then if I peel back from part of his transformation here, you would see, if I peel back for a second, you can see some of the orange is starting to chip off there. But like I said, you'll get that usually on Transformers figures. There's always a little bit of paint chipping. But otherwise, this is an amazing figure. I mean, this is his car mode, and it looks exactly like it did in the movie. I mean, I just see all the scenes playing in my head when I'm looking at this. It's just so amazing. And it does roll really well, as you can see. And he does, like I said, he does come with a lot of accessories. Two of them I will show you now, because they work for both robot and vehicle mode. It is, if you want, they come with these flame effects that you can attach to his little engine parts here. And when they're in his wrist gun mode, it's usually like anywhere, but I think for these ones, yeah, it looks like for these ones you have to attach them like this. Whereas the other one, you can really attach it in any general direction. These ones are more specific. But as you can see, it makes it look like he's firing up and driving fast. But there are those. And so we'll do some size comparisons for you for his robot mode. Or for his car mode, excuse me. And there it is. So for length, he is about 5 inches, just under 5 inches long. If I go to the tips of his spoiler, 6 inches. And for height, not very tall, it's a little over an inch. But so, for our size comparisons here, we have Hot Rod next to the old Headmaster's Hot Rod figure. So you can see how they scale together. Here he is next to our last figure review, the Red Hood and Nightwing 2-pack. So you can see how they scale together. Here he is next to the Headmaster's Cup figure. So you can see how they scale together. Here he is next to the Headmaster's Blur figure. So you can see how they scale together. Here he is next to the Earthrise RC figure. So you can see how they scale together. Here he is next to the Siege Springer figure in his helicopter mode. So you can see how they scale together. Here he is next to Ultra Magnus from the Siege Netflix Walmart figure. So you can see how they scale together. And for your basic 6-inch scale comparison, here he is next to the Star Wars The Clone Wars Captain Rex figure. So you can see how they scale together. And now for his transformation, it's pretty complex, but I'd be more surprised if it wasn't, since it's a Studio Series figure and they make it as accurate as they can. So what you want to do to start off is you want to grab here on the engine block and flip that up, and then you can fold in the headlights here. Then you want to come over here and you just want to pull on here a little bit until you can see these unpeg. And it's always one side a little finickier than the other, or another way to do it is you can untab here at the wrist. Now I'm thinking about it, and then you just pull at the same time on both. There we go. And so for the arms, you want to rotate these around to here, and then you want to take these covers, flip them up, rotate them around back, and there's a little hole here that you peg them into, and that's really it. And then the arms are done. Now you want to come over here and untap his legs, there and there, and then you can pull this up, rotate it around, and then you want to come down for his legs. You pull up on the wheel here and it opens it up, and then you can pull his leg out, fold it around. You fold this part in to there, and then you push down here and the foot comes out, and then you just push this closed. That's it for that leg. It's the same on the other one. And then you want to rotate this all around here. And then for this last part, you want to pull this whole assembly back. Pull up here on the head, rotate it around. Grab here, rotate his arms around, and then fold this down and clip it and snap it into place. Then you can fold this down flush here, and then you can fold up the back, and these two tabs tab into these two holes in here, like that. And then you tab this tab into this hole. And that is it for the transformation. So now you have Hot Rod in his robot mode. And like I said, guys, I love this figure. He is very film accurate. And I'll show you guys this right now, since all Studio Series figures come with a display stand for the box as an accessory. You can see here, the inside of the box comes out and you can display him on it. And it is based off the scene to mimic when he opens the Matrix in the movie. Which gets us to our next accessories, excuse me. So, of his many accessories that he comes with, one of them is obviously being the Matrix of Leadership. And you can have him actually hold that, because for his articulation, his hands do open up. So you can just peg this right into his hand, or more through his thumb, and then squeeze his hand shut. And so you can even rotate his arms up to mimic the scene where he holds up the Matrix. So, and then you just do that. And that's what the background is for, to mimic this scene, as you can see. So there you have that, with the little display stand. But now if I remove his Matrix from his hands, I'll show you his other accessories and a little tricks he has. So first is an accessory for the Matrix. Stay standing. No sliding. So the first is an accessory for the Matrix. It is this little piece here, which you just take, as you can see these sides here, you just peg it in onto the Matrix. So it makes it look like it is opening, as you can see. Although I wouldn't push it completely on flush, because like I said, because I discovered the hard way, it does like to stick, and it is a very solid grip on there. And I'm worried that if you do it for too long, it might chip off all the orange paint on the matrix, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. But other than that, he does come with, like I said from earlier, his flame accessories, which you can actually take and attach them to his wrist gauntlets, or his little wrist blasters here. So if you wanted to, you can mimic the scene from the movie where he spots the Decepticons in the shuttle and starts firing on them, as you can see. So you can do that. And to help mimic that scene anymore, one of the gimmicks he has is if you take his head and you fold up his head here, you can see he has the little blue visor. So you pop that down, fold down there, and as you can see there, he is with his little scope visor on his head. So you can see that. And now for his last bit of accessories, he also comes with the two blasters you would always see him come with his toy and in different books, as you can see. And he can just hold these in his hand. He's got to open up his fingers a little bit, get the gun in his hand, and then squeeze his fingers around it. And as you can see, he can go with his guns. So there's that. And then his last accessory slash gimmicks are actually in his hands itself. So what you want to do is you want to put your, I've done this, it makes it easier. You want to put your thumb on his hand and your pointer finger on his wrist blasters, and then you just push, and as you can see, that opens up the compartment there where you can rotate this around and close it, and you can attach the last accessory attaching piece, which is the buzzsaw from the scene where he's underwater fighting the squid. And as you can see, it just spins. But it's a cool little thing, and it makes me laugh because it makes it more and more truth when I always thought these guys are like mini masterpieces when they make figures like this. Well, this just proves it even more with how many accessories and gimmicks he comes with. And now for this one, you can do another gimmick with this, which is you open it up and it rotates around. But this time, he has a little welder for when he's helping repair Cup. So you can see that. And that's really it for his accessories and gimmicks. So now we'll get into his articulation. So for his head is on a ball joint, so it can rotate and have a little bit of head bobble. He can look up that far and down that far. His arms can rotate 360, but the little spoiler does get in the way. His arms can up that far. Elbow can bend a little over 90 degrees, and he has a little swivel at the elbow. Fingers open, and he does have a wrist swivel. Comes with a waist swivel. You can kick forward that far and back that not very much. If you lift his arms up to see it better, you can spread his legs really far. He has, if I don't open the whole leg, he has very tight thigh swivel. He has a single joint knee that bends well over 90 degrees. And sometimes it becomes double jointed thanks to the joint from the transformation. And his ankles can move down and up, and then he does have ankle pivot. And that's really it for the articulation for Hot Rod, and so now we'll get him all set up for some size comparisons. So here we have Hot Rod, and he is standing in at just under 6 inches tall. So for your size comparisons, here we have last episode's figure review, the Nightwing and Red Hood 2-pack. Next, we have the Headmaster Hot Rod figure. So you can see how they scale together. Next, we have the Headmaster Blur figure. So you can see how they scale together. Next, we have Headmaster Cup figure. So you can see how they scale together. Next we have the RC from Earthrise figure. So there you have that. Then we have Springer from the Siege line. So there's that. Then we have the Netflix Walmart exclusive Ultra Magnus figure. So you can see how they scale together. And last but not least, for your 6-inch scale comparison, basic 6-inch scale comparison, here we have him next to Captain Rex. So you can see how they scale together. So here you have Hot Rod in an action pose. I gotta say, guys, I highly recommend this figure. I really love this figure. I highly recommend it to you guys if you are a fan of the Studio Series line, the Transformers, the movie line, or if you want a cartoon accurate version of Hot Rod to go with your Earthrise or Kingdom figures. I would highly recommend Hot Rod. And I want to thank you guys again for watching this video from start to finish. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's a video you want to see reviewed, and I'll try and get it and review it for you guys. And yeah, that was it. Like I said, I highly recommend this guy, and I did pre-order the whole wave. So stay tuned for more Studio Series Transformers in the future. I don't know when they'll be coming in. The guesstimation was April, but like I said, he was supposed to come in April, and he came in early. So, but like I said, guys, I highly recommend this figure, and I would recommend it, especially if you are a fan of the movie. And so I'll catch you guys on the next exciting episode. Thanks again, and I'll catch you guys on the next exciting episode of Bearcat Reviews.